Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Osman Suliman and I am Araha Sudan Field Office Director. Distinguished guests, friends, supporters and donors of Araha. On behalf of Sudan Office team, Ramadan Kareem, and we would like to thank you for joining us today on our annual Ramadan dinner. Since of the 15th of April, Sudan has been going through a very difficult time. The people of Sudan has been suffering from the consequences of the current war. Millions have been displaced. Thousands have fled the countries. Many are facing severe shortage of food. Since the eruption of the war, Araha team has been operating on the field, easing the suffering of the Sudanese people from the very beginning by delivering essential aids and critical programs for displaced families, refugees, and the host communities as well. One of the programs or projects that has been implemented in the food sector, for example, like food baskets, adahi distributions, fresh meat, and fortified rice, feeding my starving children fortified rice. From October 2022 to March 2024, Araha Sudan office team had distributed 126 tons of fortified rice. These critical meals has been distributed to the most vulnerable displaced families in different states, Kassala, Red Sea and Jazeera states. These meals have provided children with nutritious meals because most of the people they don't have nothing to eat because they flee their home, leaving all their belongings, escaping for their life. So these meals have been giving a very helping hands to these families, especially for the most vulnerable people, which are the children. Moreover, our emergency program has provided several projects like NFI kits distributions in the Jazeera. We have distributed these items to displaced families in the Jazeera who were in need. When we arrived there, they were literally sleeping on the grounds and they have nothing to sleep on. And after we did more assessments, there was a great need for food. Therefore, we implemented a feeding center for displaced families in Jazeera and in Kassala. This feeding center has provided meals over 3,500 individuals. These meals came in a very critical time where families are unable to provide their children with meals because due to the war, most of the people have lost their jobs in the both in the public sector and in the private sector. And since the inception of the war, most of them families have not received their salaries. Therefore, they were not able to provide their families with needed items like food, shelter, health. So these projects were immensely providing great help to these families. And also one of the project that we implemented, we supported orphans, our orphan sponsorship program. In this program, we are supporting orphans with cash donations, which immensely affected the life of these orphans. And we have many stories to make revenue for their families. One of the orphans were able to build his house and make small income generating projects from the fridge he bought to sell ice creams. And there are many stories of resilience in these difficult times. One of the major projects Araha has been doing over the years, which is education projects, Araha schools in Shagara. This project has been providing a very help, and especially for girls, because there is no any school in the area. This project has changed the life of many girls who were empowered to continue their education, and we have many good examples from graduates of these schools and who became employees with Araha and making positive change in their communities. According to the UN, Sudan is facing a very insecure and shortage of food. 15 million of people will not be able to provide a meal for a day in the coming days, and the famine is looming around. Your help is very needed to make this immensely effective contribution so that we can be able to reach more people, because the need is very large and the level of response regarding the Sudan crisis is very low. The level of funding is very short. We as Al Sudan office teams have been working despite of the many operational challenges, security challenges, and logistical challenges that's due to the ongoing crisis. The banking system has been shuttered and there was internet blackout, there was electricity blackouts. Despite all these challenges, our Raha team has shown resilience and we are able to provide more help for these people if more funding are secured. Imagine you have woke up in the morning, left your homes, leaving all your memories, all your belongings, just living for the security of your families, to start from the beginning with nothing on hand. This is a very difficult and harmful time for any family caregiver, for any father of families, because you were providing your family with what they need and suddenly you lost everything and you are helpless. This feeling of helpless has created many traumatic situations for the families. So we would like to thank you for your generous contributions, priceless help to these vulnerable communities, and we are ready to provide more help to these people. Again, I would like to thank you for joining us on this Ramadan Annual Dinner and Ramadan Kareem.